Today we've got the first look at the new Google Pixel 10 series thanks to a hands-on leak as well as all of the information on its specs, price, launch date and colours, so hit subscribe now and we'll get right into it. So first up, before we get into the reveal, we've got news of a new macro mode coming to the Pixel 10 series. It's going to use a combination of the ultra-wide and the telephoto camera in what's called a telemacro shot. And it's going to use the telephoto camera where possible, but then it's still going to switch to the ultra-wide when you pass the minimum focusing distance of the telephoto. And this is going to be available on all Pixel models, as even the standard Pixel 10 is going to feature a 3x telephoto. We've also got an update that the Pixel 10 is coming with full Qi 2W wireless charging support thanks to its new chip, and it actually supports up to 60W wireless charging with the magnetic power profile, and they'll also be bringing out some official charging accessories which are going to be magnetic and branded Pixel Snap. It is important to note, however, that charging speeds may be capped at a lower number. Now, we've also got an upgrade to the ultrasonic fingerprint scanner that was a welcomed improvement last year, and it still remains ultrasonic, but it's going to be a faster and more accurate version that's going to unlock the phone even quicker. And then we've got news that ambient EQ is coming back after it disappeared on the Pixel 4. Now, ambient EQ is a feature that dynamically adjusts the display based on the environmental conditions. Basically, it's going to adjust the white balance to suit your environment, and it was removed from the Pixel 5, and ever since, it's only been seen on the Pixel tablet. Now, for those of you concerned about the colors, we've also had all of the colors leaked. For the Pixel 10, you can choose between Obsidian, Blue, Iris, which is purple, and then Limoncello, which is yellow. And then for the Pixel 10 Pro and the Pixel 10 Pro XL, we get Obsidian, Green, Sterling, which is a grey color, and then Porcelain, which is white. Now, next up, we've got the first Pixel 10 prototype appear in someone's hands, and it's made the rounds over on a Chinese social platform, and it was shared by Mystic Leaks, and it shows it running DevCheck, which confirms it's the Pixel 10 Pro using the Tensor G5. Now, it does list the Tensor G5 chipset as a 5nm chipset, and this is most likely a mistake, but it also shows the device running 16GB of RAM with 256GB storage. We also had some more photos appear of a Pixel 10 advertisement being filmed in Vancouver, and you can see them not only using a Pixel 10 for this advertisement, but in the photos it also captures a storyboard for the Pixel 10 commercial. Now, one thing you've probably noticed already is that looks-wise, it's pretty much identical to the Pixel 9 Pro, and that's because it is. Now, OnLeaks already gave us the design back in March, and when it comes to these design leaks, he's proved himself time and time again to be accurate. And the main difference this time round is that the standard Pixel 10 is also going to feature a triple camera setup, whereas previously that was reserved for the Pro and the XL models only. But I've created these renders here as well as the ones in hand to show you exactly what we can expect from the Pixel 10 Pro and the XL, including this new green color. Now, for those of you excited for the new Google Pixel 10 series, we're now going to run through the full specs, design, and the expected pricing of each model in the range to help you guys decide which one is right for you. So hit subscribe now and we'll get right into it. So first up, we've got the standard Pixel 10, which comes with a 6.3-inch 120Hz OLED display with Gorilla Glass Victus 2 protection. It's coming with a resolution of 1080 by 2424 and improvements to peak brightness as well. And although it has the same display size as its predecessor, the overall dimensions are slightly different. We get a punch-hole camera top center to house the 11MP selfie camera. Then over on the rear, it's the first time we see a triple camera setup for the standard model, and it comes with a 50MP primary camera, a 48MP ultra-wide, and then a 48MP telephoto with 3x optical zoom that can also take macro shots. Now, the phone's going to be powered by Google's new Tensor G5 chipset, which is a 3nm chipset, and it brings improvement to performance, efficiency, and AI capabilities, and it's going to be paired with 12GB of RAM and the choice of 128 or 256GB storage that will be UFS 4. Now, it's coming with a 4700mAh battery with improvements to fast charging, including wireless fast charging, and we get 5G, Bluetooth 5.3 and Wi-Fi 7, and it's of course launching with Android 16 on the 13th of August. It's launching at an expected launch price from £799 or $799. Now, next up, we've got the Pixel 10 Pro, and this comes with a 6.3-inch 120Hz LTPO OLED display protected by Gorilla Glass Victus 2. The resolution is 1280 by 2856, and it's been upgraded for even higher peak brightness as well as some trimmed down bezels as well. Now we get a punch-hole camera top center for the 42 megapixel selfie camera, and then over on the rear it packs a triple camera system featuring a 50 megapixel main sensor, a 48 megapixel ultra-wide, and then a 48 megapixel telephoto with 5x optical zoom and enhanced macro capabilities. It's powered by the new Google Tensor G5 chipset built on a 3nm process. It's delivering big improvements to AI efficiency and performance, and it's going to be paired with up to 16GB of RAM and up to 1TB of storage, which will of course be UFS 4. It's powered by a 4700 mAh battery with even faster wired and wireless charging speeds compared to the base model. And then we've also got 5G, Bluetooth 5.3, Wi-Fi 7 and ultra-wideband support, and the Pixel 10 Pro is going to ship with Android 16 out of the box, and it's launching on August the 13th, and it's expected to start from £999 or $999. Finally, we've got the Pixel 10 Pro XL, the biggest and most premium model in the lineup. It features a 6.8-inch OLED display with Gorilla Glass Victus 2 protection, and we also get improvements to peak brightness for excellent visibility out in the sunlight. We've got a 42 megapixel selfie camera top center in the form of a punch-hole selfie camera, and then over on the back we get a 50 megapixel primary camera, a 48 megapixel ultra-wide, and a 48 megapixel telephoto with 5x optical zoom, and we also get this periscope style macro mode as well. Under the hood, it's powered by Google's Tensor G5 chipset built on the 3nm process, and this is going to be paired with up to 16GB of RAM and up to 1TB of storage, which will of course be UFS 4. Now battery capacity is around 5060 mAh with faster wired and wireless charging than last year, and its connectivity of course includes 5G, Bluetooth 5.3, Wi-Fi 7 and ultra-wideband support. It's running Android 16 out of the box, and Google are also promising 7 years of updates on all models of the Pixel 10. It is expected to launch from August the 13th from $1,199 or £1,199. So overall, the Pixel 10 series is looking to improve on an already popular phone lineup rather than completely redesigning the phone again, and it seems like most of the effort is going on software in the new Tensor G5. As always, photography is going to be playing a huge part of the Pixel 10's promotion and launch, as well as all of the Google AI features. Of course, this means if you've currently got a Pixel 9, then it's probably not going to be worth the upgrade, but for anyone on an older Pixel or looking to try out their first Pixel, then it could be a great choice. Now of course, there's still a little bit of time until the official launch.